Welcome back to my channel. I am that keto lady and it is time to do a Mexican themed meal at our house. On Tuesdays we usually have something that is a Mexican flair or flavor. It is so delicious. That's probably one of my favorite kinds of food to eat is Mexican food. I love authentic Mexican food and I also like Tex-Mex. If you haven't already checked out my e-cookbook, Big Easy Keto, go check it out on thatketolady.com. It's $12. It has 63 of my personal recipes in it. No special ingredients required and all the family will love it. So tonight we're going to be having a little bit of a dirty keto. We are going to have chicken and cheese flautas. I do use a low carb tortilla. I'll show you what I use. Let's get cooking. I am cooking these not in oil, but I'm going to use the air fryer back there. It works so good, and I'm also going to whip up a super easy guacamole to go with it, and I think that's it. So let's get cooking. There you go. I am going to mix it around just to coat all of the sides of the chicken, and then we're going to turn on the Instant Pot to cook. I have a manual button on mine. It's already set to 20 minutes. That's what I'm going to leave it at. I'm going to let it pressurize, cook, and in the meantime, I'm going to get my tortillas ready. To you how they come up with the 5 net carb count per tortilla. So if you look on here, you'll see all of the macros. The main thing that I'm going to focus on though is the carb count. So you'll see it says 16 carbs per tortilla. However, the way they come up with the 5 number is they subtract the insoluble fiber. So if you take the 16 minus the 11, which is also listed here as the dietary fiber, and then you come up with the 5. Now what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to steam them and roll them out, and then I'm going to actually cut it in half. So I'll get 2 flautas per tortilla, which equates to 2.5 net carbs per tortilla, which is phenomenal. So let's get to the steaming part. I found these at Winn-Dixie. They were on sale. If you can't find this brand, Mission low carb tortillas are also available, and Great Value brand at Walmart even has a low carb brand of tortilla. So you don't have to use just this brand. On my cooktop, I have water in here and I'm gonna bring it to a boil. I have a splatter screen that is so old and it's clean, but those marks around the edges are just from where it got really hot over time. I have my silicone mat right here, my rolling pin, and I want to show you the texture of the tortilla before I roll it out. It is pliable, but it is still kind of firm. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna lay it on top and let it get a little bit damp, and then we'll flip it. My water is coming to a boil and I have my tortilla on the screen, and I'm gonna let it just get damp on each side, flip it over, and then I'm gonna put it on here and roll it out. And you can see it gets sticky and it gets super pliable. This is also going to help it stay together once I roll them up. Have to come out into a perfect circle, but I just want to give you a comparison of how big it is after you're finished steaming it. So I'm going to take this one that's steamed and rolled out, and the texture totally changes. You have to try it. You have to try it. So this is what size it is when I steam it, but look, this is the size that it was. So it definitely gives you more surface area, and it essentially just It's better texture and everything. I just took the lid off of the Instant Pot. You see all that liquid down in there? That's exactly why I did not add any liquid, because I didn't want to make soup. I just wanted to cook the chicken thighs. So now I'm gonna take them out and shred them up. I'm gonna use my hand mixer to just shred it all up. That cooked while I was steaming the tortillas, so you can literally do both things at one time. And I did the whole pack of tortillas because everyone in the house loves these things, and I probably won't have any left over. So just your fair warning that you probably want to make more than you think you need, because they're going to get eaten. This is a good amount of liquid. I am not going to toss that out. I'm going to put that in the freezer, because if I make like my creamy taco soup, or if I need some Mexican chicken broth, I don't know, I could use that. So don't just toss it thinking it's, you know, worth nothing. There's a lot of good fat in there, and there's some delicious seasonings, so I'm gonna definitely save that. The easiest way to shred up chicken is with a hand mixer. There you have it. It's all shredded perfectly. Now what I do is I take the tortillas and I cut them in half. Now begins the assembly. I have my cheese and I have my chicken. I have the first batch laid out, and I'm just going to put a little bit in each one and roll them up. Now I'm going to show you how I roll them. So I basically flip one side over, but then you have to like pull it back, snug it up, and then roll it. So you have to be the boss of these things. If it comes out, just push it in, and there you go. You want it nice and tight, but you see how it tends to stick to itself once you've steamed them. So then I'm going to just lay them over here on the side with that flap down. Again, we roll it and we pull it back, and then just tightly roll it up. There you go. Uh-oh, one busted open, but that's okay. My flap covers it. It'll be fine. Don't stress. So there we have all of our rolled flautas. I usually say flautas, and I will never say it correctly. So now we are going to put them in the air fryer. All right, I have my air fryer ready, and the way that I put them in here is I put them the flap side down, the same way that I have them lined up on the counter, and I just put them right next to each other with a small amount of space in between. You don't need a giant space, just enough for the air to move around in there and get them crispy all the way around. But you can really kind of load it up. Okay, so that's our first batch. Let's go put it into the actual air fryer. Going into the air fryer, we're gonna do 360 for 7 minutes. I obviously did not use all of the shredded chicken, so what I'll do is I'll take the remaining part of this, put it in a Ziploc bag, put it away in the freezer, so the next time I have a Taco Tuesday, I don't have to cook any meat. I can just take that out, defrost it, and put it in a dish. Show you how to make the easiest guacamole ever. So I have 2 avocados, chili lime seasoning. This is from Trader Joe's, but I've seen chili lime seasoning at Walmart lately. It's everywhere. I have some apple cider vinegar, just a few tomatoes, and sour cream. Isn't that beautiful? Now obviously I've removed the seeds from the avocados. I just roughly chop up the tomatoes. I don't make them super small. I just kind of go through them so they're a little bit on the chunky side. I'm gonna do probably, it's like a half of a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. And then just like, I don't know, maybe almost a tablespoon and a half of sour cream. Yeah, about a tablespoon and a half. I still have some on here, but that's okay. And then just a generous sprinkle of the chili lime seasoning. There you have it, guacamole. Okay, I just pulled the FLAUTAS out of the air fryer and they are very crispy. I'm gonna take them out. I always put them on a cooling rack and I'm gonna do the next batch and then we'll be ready to eat. My second batch and the remaining FLAUTAS ready to go in the air fryer. Before the air fryer starts though, I just wanna show you here how crispy that is. They do get like this on the underside. You could technically flip them if you wanted to. That's entirely up to you. I just keep them all on one side because this gets just as crispy, no big deal. Our second batch is finished and that was really easy, super easy. We're gonna plate everything up now. Just want y'all to look at that ooey gooey cheese coming out. Oh, that one's mine. I forgot one thing. I always like to make sure my food is aesthetically pleasing because it seems like it tastes better if it looks better. So this is a little hack. If you see me having like drizzled something on the food and it's a Mexican themed meal, it is usually just sour cream and a little bit of either the chili lime seasoning or chili powder, some sort of powdered seasoning mixed into it, and then I just put it in a Ziploc bag. I mix it all around, I cut the little tip off, and then I just drizzle it on the food. So I don't want y'all to be like, oh, she didn't tell us about that. That's just a little hack that I do just to make it look better. And this is what I mean. You see the drizzle on the top, that is just the little bit of the seasoned sour cream. It just gives it a little pop. I also do a bed of lettuce because I like to include salad, and this is a good way for me to do it. And then I have a scooper. I use an ice cream scooper that I got at Walmart. It's a very small spring held one, and I also put that there. So that way when you take pictures of your food or just when you serve it in general, it looks nice. Even though it is on a paper plate. Y'all know I love paper plates, but there you go. That concludes our video for Taco Tuesday edition 1 or episode 1. I plan on doing many, many more. If y'all would, I would love it if you would hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, share my video, tell everybody to follow me. Y'all are the reason that I can do this. Like, there's no other reason for me to be here if I don't have subscribers on my channel. So I just want to tell you how much I truly appreciate you supporting me.